A local teacher celebrating a big milestone. When she started, Nixon was president. Simon and Garfunkle topped the pop charts. Her school, now Boston Latin Academy, was then called Girls Latin School. And over the last 50 years, she's inspired a lot of students, including our own Cristina Quinn, who has this story.
In the last sentence, which word is the participle?
When she started teaching 8th grade Latin in 1970, the other teachers often mistook Janet Fillion for a student. You can see why.
There were a lot of older teachers, which I guess I shouldn't look askance at right now, because I'm one of them, but they would treat me, they thought I was one of the kids.
The new kid took a new approach, and what worked back then still works today.
It was originally just that one song, and now I have countless, and I keep thinking I'm going to make a YouTube, but I haven't.
Her love of the classics hasn't diminished after 50 years of teaching 8th graders how to decline nouns and conjugate verbs. If anything, it's grown. She's the fearless leader of the Classics Club, which is a deep dive into all things ancient Rome, from chariot races to translating Latin at national competitions.
Why is Latin important? I mean, can you've been...
Come on. It's the basis of our culture, actually. 65% of our words are from ancient Latin and Greek. So just the vocabulary alone. But also, it's sort of mathematical. And I think it's good for the brain.
Janet Fillion's enthusiasm is so infectious, it inspired this former student to follow in her footsteps.
I could tell how much she loves Latin, how much she also loves the kids. And so that's one of the reasons why I got into teaching, too.
Viet Luong, who refers to Fillion as the OG, the original gangster of the Latin department, has been teaching at Latin Academy for 11 years.
Although I was very embarrassed at the time learning some of those songs, I remember one of them from her 10th grade honors class. It was like, after si, nisi, numene, the ollie goes away, cha-cha. One of those things, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing that.
Another student Fillion had a lasting impression on is this reporter.
So which one are we going to sing?
Sum est, sum est sunt. Eram erasarat, eramis eratisarant, ero erisarit, erimis erisarit.
We had been, you had been, they had been.
I shall have been.
You shall have been.
He shall have been. Open your arms wide. We shall have been. Point to everyone else in the class. You will have been. Point to the people next door.
They will have been.
Declensions can take a while, especially when you don't remember all of them.
You've been teaching Latin for 50 years. Do you feel like you're ready to retire?
No and yes. No and yes.
But what are you looking forward to in retirement?
Trying to find a volunteer job where I can teach.
You're kidding.
No.
Cristina Quinn joins you. I love that story, and I love her. By the way, nice perm in that photograph.
Oh, man, that was a rough year.
Is that the same horrible-looking jacket?
This is the same. Horrible.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the exact same jacket.
Still looking fly. Look at this. After all these years, yeah, it's the same one.
Okay, fine.
It was my mom's, and I wore it when vintage wasn't cool
was
yet.
Was your mother's?
Yeah, it was my mom's.
It's very pretty, actually. It looks great on you, and I'm sure it did then, too. But as I say, so how much have 8th graders changed in the intervening years?
I had asked her that, and because I was like, smartphones, social media, and she's like, yeah, smartphones have changed things a little bit, but she's like, but they're still the same cute 8th graders, still earnest, sometimes a bit too exuberant, but she loves it when they work hard. I mean, she's like, they're at that age where they're still sort of malleable. So she just loves teaching that grade.
So, what I've wanted to say, I've known you a few years, I've always wanted to say Vini Vidi Vici to you. I really, so can I say it now?
Well, you're kind of pronouncing it wrong. It's actually, it's Wainy Wadey Vici.
That's what I meant.
The V is a W.
Obviously, I knew that one. To see if you know. So did you actually remember that stuff, or did you prepare knowing you were going to see her?
I meant to cram the night before. It didn't happen, but then when she started, it kind of came back to me. But then I realized, wow, I really have forgotten a lot.
She does retire, I assume.
She is, yeah. She told me she is retiring. This is her final year teaching Latin.
She is just fabulous. So, and one last thing. How important was, everybody who's taken Latin, everybody I've ever spoken to, has said how unbelievably huge it has been in their life.
I love it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved studying it. The whole English language opened up to me when I started studying Latin, and to this day I value it.
I love that package, and the only thing I love more is that jacket. It is so
Should I get my hair permed too?
Lovely.
Should I just revisit?
I would if I were you. That's Cristina Quinn. Cristina, it's great to see you.
Good to see you too.